Hello everyone, it's Marcus Burks, your tournament director for the 2022 Mount Hood Masters, driven by Innova. We'd like to thank you for participating in our tournament and being here for the players meeting. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this tournament. First of all, Innova Champion Discs for stepping up and helping us with players packs and quality discs like they do every year. We'd also like to thank Christie's Food Cart, which will be at Milo, helping provide a disc golf special for those of us that are competing. So please take an opportunity to go visit them to support those that support us. We'd also like to thank Independence Disc Golf for being a sponsor for this tournament. I also like to thank the rest of my tournament staff, which is Lloyd Bledsoe, the assistant tournament director, and also Josh Pierce and Jason Harden for all the work that they've done on our behalf to try to make this the best tournament possible. So first, I'd like to address the amateurs and talk to you guys about the Players Pack. So everybody that participates as an amateur gets a disc. So I'm happy to say that we were able to get Les White to do our artwork again. And a common theme I hope you guys see is using a king and queen. I hope you guys understand that we support those of you that are the masters of disc golf. And the reason why we emphasize the king and queen is because I'm more of the opinion that those of us that are a little bit more mature in age are the royalty of the sport, and we represent that by having kings and queens on our disc. So thank you, Les White, for your artwork, and thank you guys that are the royalty of our sport. So in addition to the amateurs that get a disc, we also have some t-shirts. So if you are an athlete, amateur, you get a red one. That's the back, and then on the front there's another logo right there over the pocket. Those are for the AMs only. If you're a player, you get a red one. Some of you guys have opted to get caddy t-shirts, and those are the same design, but they are like a heather black. So multicolored black. They're pretty cool. Same design. And if you see somebody in a green shirt, that's going to be your staff. So keep an eye out for those. Also, so not in addition to, but also we were able to get some Halo discs with our tournament logo on it. We have 40 of them. They're all destroyers. They're all max weight with our tournament logo, and those will be for sale. So these are for sale for $30 a piece. So if you'd like to buy one, please help support the tournament and get yourself an amazing disc. We'll be handing out players packs on Friday, and then after Friday, on Saturday, we'll have the remaining discs for sale for $25 a piece. Let's see. So let's talk about the rules. This is a state championship, and all the people that are participating, because it's masters, 40 and above, are either a pro or an advanced division. And so there's an expectation that when you compete in a state championship that you're already familiar with the rules. Ignorance is no excuse. You should know the rules, and we expect you to abide by them to the best of your ability. One of my rules that I kind of enforce more than others is that you're required to act professionally at all times during the tournament. And so if you start acting unprofessional, if you are a distraction to your card or other players, I won't hesitate to disqualify you at all if that warrants your type of behavior. There are some people that are, conflict avoidant, and they're going to do everything they can to calm everybody down. And that's not what I'm motivated by. I kind of view people that play in tournaments that are causing difficulties for others, kind of like in that 5% of players. And I would prefer to defend the 95% that are playing correct and abiding by the rules, rather than the 5% that are trying to get away with something and trying to be conflict avoidant because they don't want to get in trouble or think poorly of them. You can think poorly of me all you want, that's fine, but I'm enforcing the rules from the Professional Disc Golf Association as I signed to when I was the tournament director of this. So if somebody's not behaving themselves, acting unprofessionally, please bring that to my attention so that we can address that. Also, when it comes to obeying the rules, as a card, you're responsible for self-regulating and making sure that the people on your card are obeying the rules as well. So if you have people on your card that are spending more than 30 seconds when it's their turn, or spending more than 3 minutes, as a card, you guys need to address that. It's okay to give a courtesy warning, but at the same time, if it continues to happen and your card's not doing anything about it, there could be penalties assessed to the entire card, not just the person doing that. So let's not have unnecessary penalties. Let's abide by the rules and make sure that your card mates are being regulated as well. So please do that, and thank you. There's also no 2-meter rule in effect. As far as OBs go, the whole notes that you will find in PDJ live scoring are posted there. So please use that. That is the official reference for out of bounds rules. But just to help you out, any place that has curbs, parking lots, or roads is out of bounds. The restroom areas and the buildings are out of bounds. So if it lands on a building, the bathroom, that's out of bounds. And also the sidewalks or the walking area around it is also out of bounds. Again, please refer to the PDJ live scoring for that. We also have some places where we have an out of bounds line, and so we use mason line. So it's lying down, and then the mason line is attached to the ground using some nails and some fender washers. So when you see it, it'll make sense of what we've done, but trying to make sure it's clear to you guys as well. If you see mason line, the mason line is out of bounds, and the mason line and beyond is out of bounds. And also the fender washers and the nails are out of bounds as well. So the entire fender washer, nail, and string is the out of bounds line, and it is out of bounds and beyond. But if you're playing and there's a little bit of confusion, you're not sure, benefit goes to the player. And if you guys as a card can't decide what that is or it's at, throw a provisional and then bring it up to my attention or Lloyd's attention a little bit later. But also keep in mind, you can't take photographs or videos and bring it to our attention when you share your provisional. That's not allowed, so that's how we're gonna do it. So for the professionals, I'm happy to say we have $2,000 added cash for you guys, which I think is actually pretty amazing for having 31 pros competing. The payouts will be listed at Tournament Central prior to teeing off. And then for the AMs, in addition to the t-shirt and disc, we made the big players pack optional, because I know there's a lot of people that don't need it or don't want it, stuff like that. And maybe we could get more people if it wasn't cost prohibitive, so we made that optional. So for those of you that did get the extra players pack option, I'm happy to say we put together a package for you guys that was over $130. So I'm looking forward to handing those out tomorrow. So in addition to the tournament, in addition to this, to the disc and the t-shirt, we're also providing script this year for the first time. And so the script will be handed out by Josh Pierce with Independence Disc Golf. And that will be handed out Sunday. So the way the rules work for script is that he'll be handling all of it, but you have to cash in your script on Sunday. So if you're entitled to $20 worth of product, it has to be redeemed from Josh. And if you don't collect it from Josh on Sunday, you don't get it. You don't get to wait till Monday or something like that. It has to be collected on Sunday. So please grab that if you are in the top 45% of your amateur division. We'll be giving out trophies this year. It'll have the tournament logo on. They'll be mailed to you with your name on it. And we're only giving out trophies to first place this year of your division. As far as play goes, the order of play is on Friday, we're going to play the East Course. On Saturday, we're going to play the West Course. And on Sunday, we're going to play the East Course again. We didn't have enough people to fill up the entire course. So as good stewards of the sport, we're actually going to open up the course to casual play. But it's the casual play of the course we're not playing. So if you're playing the East Course and there's some casual players that are there, you have my permission to intervene and say, hey, the tournament director has asked me to share with you that the course is open to casual play if you go to the other course. And if you have any problems after that, come get me and let me take care of it. I'd be more than happy to redirect them somewhere else. We've paid for the course. It is reserved. It's in our name. We have dibs. So I think it's good stewards of us to be able to share, but I'm not willing to allow casual players to compromise tournament play for their benefit. Now they can go play the other course and vice versa. So like I said, you're welcome to invite them to go play somewhere else. If you don't feel comfortable with that, just send them to me or Lloyd or somebody, and we're more than happy to take care of that. The general order, though, we'll have AMs in the morning, and pros will play when the AMs are complete. Every AM and pro division will have the older athletes compete first, and then the younger athletes compete last, which I think is opposite of what we did last year. So just want to change it up a little bit, give everybody a fair shot. We will be scoring the tournament on the PDGA live scoring. So please keep score there. Or we also have the option, there's now a PDJ app that you can keep score on that as well. The people that I've talked to that have used it are pretty happy with it as well. So every card has to have 2 people keeping score, and you can do it on the PDJ live scoring, or you can use the app. Either one is fine. You have to have a password in order to get in there to help keep score on your card. And the password is HOOD22, all capital letters, HOOD 22. And we'll have that password also at Tournament Central if you forget it. So that's what you need to help keep score. We'll also have some paper scorecards as well. So we'll have like 2 scorecards because you have to have 2 people per card keeping score. So we'll have 2 of those, a pencil and a Ziploc baggie that you guys can keep with your cards. So if everybody agrees to do live scoring, or that's your method of scoring and you have 2 people doing it, you guys can take the Ziploc bag, keep it with you, and if you don't need it, just return it to Tournament Central and we'll use it again for the next round. It's just there as kind of a backup to make sure you're okay. I know sometimes we're a little bit adverse to using technology, and that's fine, but as your tournament staff, I would ask that you please use the app because it helps to save us a lot of time. Also, please verify your tee times. We've had to make some adjustments. Our goal is to get the tee times out to you guys as soon as possible, but the sooner we get out, the more adjustments we have to make if people drop or move or something like that. So please verify your tee times, and also please come 10 minutes prior to your tee time to make sure that we have enough people competing. You need to have a minimum of 3 people on your cards. So if you don't have, like if you only have 2 people, we need to move somebody, and that extra 10 minutes helps us adjust. Also, if you're playing, I'm sure you guys already know this, if you're playing a card of 3 and then somebody has to leave for whatever reason it is, and you have to only have 2 people, you have to stop play, and then you have to wait for the card behind you to catch up, or go send somebody to that other card and grab somebody to play and assimilate them into your cards. So instead of having a card of 2 and a card of 4, then you have 2 cards of 3. So sometimes that happens in the beginning when we're teeing off as well. So please be mindful of that. But on behalf of your tournament staff for Mount Hood Masters for 2022 and our key sponsor, Innova Champion, thank you for participating, and I look forward to you guys having a most dry weekend. Thank you.